Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Lucid. I've talked about them a couple times here on the channel. I've talked about EVs a lot here on the channel. And anything in regards to EVs that we can make money off of, whether it be lithium or cobalt or anything related to the batteries. I like to diversify into a couple different EV stocks. I have several. Ford, GM, NIO, Xpeng, Li Auto, Tesla, of course, Lucid. And so this is a video about Lucid. And there's probably some that I'm missing. I think I've talked about Volkswagen as well before. But back to Lucid, ticker LCID. Here's a look at what they've done over the last year. Had the nice run up back in last February, and then it just dropped off and hasn't really recovered. It's almost just traded kind of flat. I mean, up and down in the $20 range. Here had a nice another run up in November and came back down, and now currently in the $28 range. So over here on the last 3 months, it's down over 43%. In the last month, down about 30%. In the last week, it's actually in the green, 2.68%. And here's a look at today, so we'll see what it ends up like today. But if you don't know much about Lucid, I'll link my other videos in the description. It's an EV car, a luxury car, that's wanting to give Tesla a run. It's a luxury car, so they're going to be competing with Mercedes, BMW, some of the more luxury cars. Maybe Tesla will get into the luxury part later on. Just to kind of expand to keep the competition going, so competition's always good. Volume 7.41 million, average volume of 27.74 with a $46.7 billion market cap. I think that's bigger than Ford right now. I would have to double check. 52-week low of $16.12 and a 52-week high of $64.86. Here's a look at their ratings. Currently has a hold 50%, and here's a look at their next earnings coming up on February 28th, so not too far of a way. Here's another one that I've talked about, Rivian, NIO I mentioned, ChargePoint I've talked about, and Fisker. Probably due for an update on all of those. So come across this article, kind of a short one. Even with EV competition heating up, Lucid Stock Looks Attractive, and this is just 33 minutes ago. Since last year's SPAC listing, Lucid, LCID, which it hasn't been LCID for a while. It just turned over. I can't remember what the old ticker used to be, but that's besides the point. In the past, the stock has turned out to be a high beta stock. The volatility in the stock is not surprising with the markets in the price discovery period. For the business, further, there have been few ample new flow specific to the company that has increased the volatility. So this one has been volatile at times, just like Tesla. And any talk, negative or positive, it's just up and down, but you can see that's just a beautiful car. I mean, they're luxury cars. I'll link my other videos in the description so you can watch those. And we'll get into the article why I like Lucid. They do have, as you can see, the range. We'll go over that here in a moment, which is farther better than Tesla, but I still hold Tesla stock, so always will. Lucid stock has witnessed a relatively swift correction from closing highs of $55 towards the end of November. Currently, the stock trades lower than by 53%. There has been a broad-based correction for electric vehicle stocks. Besides that, equity dilution and intense competition are likely reasons for Lucid stock trending lower. Current year, there will be around 500 different EV models globally. That's just insane. This puts into perspective the competition that Lucid faces. Can positive industry tailwinds more than offset the competition headwinds? We will just have to wait and see. I believe that Lucid will gain market share in the coming years. It'll just take time. I personally have not seen a Lucid. If you have, you can list that in the comments and where you've seen it and what state you're in. And if you have a Lucid, you can list that as well. That'd be awesome to know. I'd give you a shout out, definitely. One reason is the technology differentiation factor. However, that's not the only catalyst. So, as an example, a Lucid is the first that's certified by the EPA with a single charge range of 520 miles. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I want to say Tesla's in the 200 or 300, depending on the model. At the beginning of the year, Mercedes-Benz boasted of a latest EV concept with a 620-mile range, and that's going to be what drives the competition, is the range on these. So I could drive and see family to there and back home on a 520-mile range, and could probably even get to Colorado from here in Omaha on that range, but you probably have to charge it once you get there. At the beginning of the year, Mercedes, like I said, boasted a 620-mile range. Considering the rate of investment and product development in the EV industry, there will be players that better Mercedes in the coming quarters. So the race is on with the further range and how to get more range so you don't have to stop and charge the battery. So clearly technology is the key factor, but not only a factor that will ensure survival. So with competition, the factors that give Lucid an edge include wider presence and product development. Presence in multiple geographies will ensure a bigger addressable market. However, a good team and a quality product also needs financial backing, which Lucid Stock has. Lucid reported cash on hand is of $4.8 billion as of Q3 2021. In December 2021, Lucid raised $2 billion through exercise of convertible note greenshoe. Lucid is backed by Saudi Arabia's public investment. It therefore seems unlikely that the financing growth and product innovation will be a challenge. So there's lots of deep pockets behind Lucid. So just to put it that way, I've talked about the connections with Lucid in the past and the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund and particular individual in regards to big investments into Lucid. I just can't say the name. You'd have to look at my past videos and it would be on there. But however, the game changer will be plans for a $25,000 electric vehicle, which Tesla, last I heard, was announcing that as well. Last year, the company's CEO mentioned 6 well-known automakers have reached out to him over the last month and expressed interest in Lucid motor technology. Plan is to launch a car for a mass market through a partnership. Key point is the mass market car will significantly increase the company's market share growth potential. As an example, India's EV penetration is less than 1%. Higher EV price and poor charging infrastructure are headwinds for growth. And so that's kind of the headwinds on all of them. So, however, between 2021 and 2030, the Indian EV market is expected to grow at a CAGR of 90%, so huge. With a mass market car, Lucid can tap this potential. That's what she said. So this last sentence right here is speaks volume on this article, I believe. So between 2021 and 2030, a 9-year span, the EV market is expected to grow at 90%. So that's a selling point for me in itself. Not that I give tax, legal, or trading advice, but just stop and think about that. So Tesla, as an example, will also enter into the commercial EV segment with Similarly, Xpeng, which I've talked about them. I hold some of their shares as planning flying cars by 2024 or 2025. So that's not that far away. Which can also operate on roads as technology continues to develop. There will be continued growth opportunities. For now, Lucid has seen a healthy response for its initial model. The company has also opened online booking in multiple countries, which will boost the order book for 2022. So, the way I look at it, the way the stock is down right now, definitely a buying opportunity. So I feel this one's got a lot of room to run. This year alone, if not just what it said, in the next 9 years to come by 2030. The EV maker is set to report earnings on February 28th, so if you have shares, I would definitely put that on your calendar of 26-cent loss. Capital IQ has two analysis with a mean estimate of a 30-cent loss. The company's third quarter report mid-November was 19 cents short of street expectations. Lucid stock, therefore, looks attractive after a meaningful correction from November 2021 highs. I would bet on another strong rally in the coming quarters. So if you don't want to dump a whole bunch of money, what I do on some of these is just buy sometimes one stock if you don't know much about it, or 5 or 10, and just keep it. You don't have to buy 100 right away like some people do, but that's just one way that I look at it. But again, highlighting this paragraph between 2021 and 2030, and we're just at the beginning of that 90% growth. So, but something to think about, and I have talked about EVs a lot, Lucid quite a few times here on the channel. So, while it is at these prices, I mean, just put in a $28 limit order and see if it fills, and if it doesn't, try a different one the next day or something. But maybe put a couple in for 25, 26, 25.83 or something like that. So it's going to dip and it's going to trade sideways. It's been in this $20 range for quite some time, as I pointed out. Here you can see the 40 back in January, and then it's been coming down ever since then. So maybe it's got more room to hit the bottom. Maybe it'll hit this 25.84 again. So just a thought. But that's kind of what I do, is just put on a limit order, and if it fills, great. If it doesn't, just try another one or watch it and just baby step into it and keep your dollar cost average down. So, but I feel this one's got a lot of room to run in the future, and along with a lot of the other EVs as well. So, but if you have a favorite EV, you can list that in the comments, or some other EV you want to see a video on. I'd be happy to do that as well. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing, and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.